Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Jim's Mix. Tonight we're going to be finishing up with the review we promised you on the Maven CRS.2 optic scope, and we'll get into some details on it. Now, I need to tell you, you're not going to get all these fancy look through the scope videos and all that stuff. This is going to be a very practical video to tell you whether this thing is worth the money, worth getting, don't get, or whatever. Number one, Maven is located in Lander, Wyoming. They designed these optics, they designed these scopes, and this particular scope, this CRS.2, is actually made in Japan with some very good glass. More on that in a minute. This particular model, again, is the CRS.2. It is a 4 by 16 by 44 second focal plane optic. I bought this optic from them 100% out of my pocket. Not sponsored by them, not doing this review for them. It's just to let you know, if you go back and look, you can see the unboxing video. You get this nice little silicone cover. You'll get a sticker in there and some other things you can look at. Very well packaged. I've got it sitting on top of a Remington 700, what used to be a 30-06. It is now a 25-06 Ackley improved with a Remich barrel from McGowan. Video on that a little later. We really put this optic through the mill. We have really give it a good run for its money. Let me tell you a little bit more about it. It is a 1-inch tube. It does have parallax adjustment on this side. Of course, elevation and windage. The accuracy of this, I can't stress enough. This is, and I've got Leopold, Swarovski, Zeiss, and I've had all kinds of optics. And the accuracy of these turrets is very impressive. I would put the accuracy of the turrets, the function of the turrets, as far as this particular sample would go, up there with my Zeiss and any of the other, not top of the lines, but sort of above average, way above average. The eye box on the optic is very forgiving. The eye relief actually runs out sort of in the medium zone of the power setting, somewhere around 10 power, runs out at about a little over 3 inches in real life. The Doppler adjustment is great. Zoom in, that reticle works great. The glass is very, very clear. No complaints on the glass. But let me tell you, this is a hunting scope. This thing is short. It's only a little over 11.5 inches overall. It weighs about 17 ounces. I think their website says 16.93, so they're pretty well spot on. Again, second focal plane, 1/4 inch MOA. Please remember that's MOA. And it has a wire reticle. And I'm going to let Nick zoom in on this. This is the particular reticle that it has. The substrands, as you can see, start out on the outer edge, is very thick, taper down, and then taper down to the center. This is a great hunting optic. This is what it's designed for. That is what it does, and it is excellent. This is one of my favorite crosshairs that I've gotten in a rifle optic in a long time. It is very light. It is very sturdy, very well made. Fit and finish is great. It's got this little built-in sort of a throw lever that you can take off. And everything about the optic is really good, except there's a couple things, and I'll get to those in just a second. It does have a lifetime guarantee. You send this back to Maven, and they will take care of it. Great group of people, very personable, very accessible, willing to talk with you and work with you on all of it. It has, they call it, and I printed this out, phase correction coating, multi-coating optics. fog proof, waterproof, all of that good stuff that you would expect. This thing goes in at roughly the $500 range. So I don't consider it a bottom end or a top end. I really do consider it in that $500 price point. It's probably getting in there with some of the other optics from Leopold and maybe from Vortex in that price range. And I've got Leopold, and I've got Vortex, and this is a better optic than either one of those that I've gotten a hold of in this price point. The cons to it that I have for it is, number one, this power selector is stiff, and we have used it a lot. It is very stiff. The Doppler adjustment, I don't wear glasses except to read, but the Doppler, in all honesty, Nick, my grandson, who's doing the videography for me, is 16, and we really don't have to move it much between shooters. And I'm a 70-year-old shooter, and he's 16, so the Doppler sets up real well, real easy, real quick. Light gathering is maybe another place late in the evening. I don't get a lot of chromatic errors, and I don't get a lot of washing out when I'm looking into the sunset. It does a really good job filtering that out. But on my Zeiss Conquest, it's an older model, but it's a 50 millimeter objective instead of a 44. I can still make out stuff for a good 15 to 25 minutes longer with it, with more light transmission than I do with this one. But all of that being said, if you want a great hunting scope that is lightweight, that has parallax adjustment, excellent turrets on it, great glass, great adjustment, a little stiff, forgiving eye box, and all of that stuff. If you're like me and you hunt the West, and walking is part of what you have to do, then this is a good option for a nice, lightweight, sturdy, well-constructed, compact package. This would be a great one for something like a 300 Winchester Short Magnum, 308, 7mm 08, some of the shorter cartridges. I won't get into the Creedmoor stuff and all of that good stuff, the PRCs. I have an opinion of that, but maybe at some point I'll share that opinion with you. So bottom line, great optic. This one sample out of the whole bunch, but you can see other reviews that go into a lot more detail than I do. I just want you to know that it is worth the money. To me, it is a great hunting optic. It is a great all-around optic. The use for this 25-06 AI is going to be pigs in Texas, coyotes, and those kind of things here in Wyoming. Of course, you could do a lot more with it than that. But that's its design and built purpose. So that's it. Any questions, comments that you have, please leave them in the description, you know where to leave them. And like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. Don't cost you anything. It'll get the videos out. It'll help the channel. And like I said, it's just common sense stuff that I'm going to do here. It's not going to be glitzy, glamorous, but it's going to be real. It's going to be built on 50 plus years of experience from the United States Marine Corps, law enforcement, competitive shooting. Guns have been a part of my life, all of my life, and I enjoy good quality guns of different kinds, and only accurate guns are interesting. Thank you for tuning in. God bless you, and have a great rest of whatever and wherever you are.